everybody's still in church or at the AA meetings. You know, so what I have here are the non-religious drinkers. Maybe it's the same today. Good for you. All right, thank God you ladies sat down. At least somebody's actually listening to me. Thank you very much. Yeah. Come on in and join my crowd. This isn't a crowd. It's not even a bunch. You're more like a smattering. Come on over here and join my smattering, people. Yes, indeed, I will be needing that young male child for the Danger pre-show. Hey, you in the orange shirt, kid, how old are you? You're 8? That's perfect. What's your name? That's your brother. Okay, cool. What's his name? I'm sorry. Help me out. Jude? Cool name, bro. Hey, Jude, don't let me down. Do you like Danger? Don't let me down. Say yes. Yes. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, young Jude is going to be, 8-year-old Jude is going to be helping us with the Danger pre-show. Is that your parents right there, Jude? Yes? Okay, did they sign the waiver, Jude? Good, okay. Well then, the benefit for them, you can stay right there, I'll call you up in a minute. But the benefit for your parents, Jude, is that they'll have more car room on the ride home. Okay, anyway. This is my 21st year here. You can see how popular I am. Here on Festival Friday, and thank you all for sitting as far away from each other as possible. That's exactly what it induces a really good show, you know, because everybody's like sitting way far away from each other. Nobody, you know, there's no like group feeling, there's no group sensibility. So thank you for making my job harder. That's what it's all about. What? Oh, I know, you guys, you are a lovely little cluster. That's right. You're my favorite cluster here. That's right. Everything else is pretty much just pairs anyway. You're the only cluster, so you're my favorite. Okay. Anyway, all right. People, 21 years here, and I have found there are 3, count them 3, great ways to bring a big crowd, or let's say a larger smattering for this show. We'll count them down from number 3. Number 3, of course, is this thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the wind is blowing a good direction today. You guys can feel that, can't you? You can feel it all the way in the back, can't you? Standing back there, right? Yeah, imagine what it feels like standing right here. I used to have long hair. Anyway. Yeah, people, okay, that's number 3. Number 2, of course, is having a large, loud musical instrument. Anyway, but even better than having a large, loud musical instrument, I can see this is going to be a very quick show. Because, I mean, the energy that is just pouring onto the stage right now is, oh my God, it's like, you know, yeah, I'm suffocating with extra energy right now. People, I'll tell you what, why don't we do this? Why don't we try something, all right? If you have a mind to. Everybody, just move a little forward, all right? Yeah, because I mean, it's going to create a better show for everybody if we have a little bit more of a sense of congregation right down here in the front. And even better than having a large, loud musical instrument to affect the energy of this vortex that we are about to create here with the Pyro Gyro experience is to have a group, a smattering of dedicated, willing, incredibly good-looking, and intelligent audience members that are willing to give of their time, their energy, and their vocal orification to create the vortex that we are seeking to create. So remember, this adds no energy. This adds very little energy, okay? It's all about the vocal orifice, people. It's all about vocal orification. So right now, I am gonna play this drum at the energy level of my smattering. Yeah! Whoa, people, you guys didn't get the memo. I'm standing right in front of you. I said this adds nothing. Okay? This adds absolutely nothing, all right? It's all about the vocal orification, folks, okay? And I'm talking to the people way in the back over there. What, you can't hear the drum? What's going on? That was just a 1 sticker. I didn't have to use 2 sticks, people. All right, come on. Let's try it again. Playing the drum at the energy level of my smattering. Yeah. That's what I love about Michigan. That's why I love you guys, because you're so trainable. No, I truly do love Michigan and the Michigan people. In fact, we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show, actually. But I consider myself, 21 years here, folks, I consider myself an honorary Michigander. That's right. Exactly. Let's see. How old are you? You're 16? Yeah, I'm way more of a Michigander than you. Anyway, all right, folks, yes. But the number one way of bringing a big crowd for this show is, of course, setting a small child on fire. Jude, get up here. Jude, let him, everybody, come on. Give it up for 8-year-old Jude. All right, Jude, you're 8, right? That's awesome. You know why? Okay, because, okay, I'm gonna tell you this right now. No other adult will ever tell you this, but it's the truth. By the time you get to be 10, nobody cares if you get hurt anymore. But they're gonna care about you, Jude, because you're only 8. So they're gonna care about you when you go, yeah, okay. Did you pick out your own clothes today? You're not sure. Did Mom pick out the clothes today? Good for you, Mom. You know why? Because these are all natural fabrics. That's just gonna burn right up. Okay, Jude, have you ever been on stage before? Yes, okay, give it up to the veteran. Give it up for probably last time on stage. Okay, Jude, just stand right there, look at these people and be uncomfortable. Okay, people. People ask me all the time, they say, hey, Manolete, how come you're so discriminatory in your pre-show practice of only asking for young male children and not young female children for the Danger pre-show? Well, the answer is simple. Girls are smart, boys are dumb. Hey, I used to be one, people, I know. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Okay, no, I'd ask a young lady up here to do what I'm gonna do with Jude, and at a certain point, she'd look at me and go, I'm not doing that. And she'd go back to her people. But you'll do it, right? Because we're dumb, right? Okay, good, okay. All right. Okay, Jude, what I want you to do for me right now, buddy, is this, all right? I want you to very carefully walk down these steps. I want you to walk over to that front bench. I want you to stand up on top of it, turn around and face me. Can you do that? Okay, do it very carefully, though. I don't want you getting hurt before I hurt you. Okay. All right, people walking by in the back right now. People walking by in the back right now. People standing over there. Yeah, how are you? If anybody's heading to the joust right now, guess what? The blue guy wins. Yeah, I'm not a nice man. Anyway. Okay, people walking by in the back, this is not the show. If you're trying to make up your mind whether you want to come to this ridiculous thing we're doing, this is Pickle Man. What is this?
Oh, guys, this is not the show yet. It's just the pre-show. You get better. The show's actually funny.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pickle Man. No, this is not the show, people. This is just the Danger pre-show. This is the only time during this entire performance where we have a chance, and I mean a very good chance, of setting a small child on fire. You see that, Jude? That's your future. Okay, Jude, are you good at... do you see this huge flaming torch? Are you good at catching things? You are. Okay, good. You know what? I don't really care if you're good at catching things or not, though, because this is a danger show. All right, Jude, in just a moment, I am going to throw this huge flaming torch at you. To you. It's going to revolve 3 times in the air before reaching you. After the 3rd revolution, I want you to reach up and catch it, preferably by the handle. And then, Jude, I want you to turn around on that bench. I want you to hold it like this. And I want you to jump from bench to bench through all these people till you get to the back bench. When you get to the back bench, Jude, I want you to very carefully get off the back bench. And then I want you to run, kid. And I mean run straight at that big propane tank. Oh, people, come on. Of course I'm kidding. He's a child. Jude, don't run. All right, people, let's give it up for that incredibly wimpy pre-show. And the amazing Jude. Turn around, take a bow. All right, Jude, you can go rejoin your people. All right, people, just 2 more things before we try this stupidness. All right? Number 1, who here, and I'm not going to be looking at you, so please don't raise your hands. Who here has seen the show in the past? All right, then a few of you. Okay, Festival Friday. What a different day. Yeah, we're going to do different things with this show too, folks. So it is going to be kind of cool, because the show's going to be a little different than it is on the regular weekend days. But I think you're going to have fun with it. Anyway, I'm sure there's a few of you out there saying something to yourselves right now. You're probably saying, hey, how come Manolete isn't using that stupid phony Spanish accent, right? You know, it's okay to actually, like, express, you know, I mean, this is a Renaissance festival. It's all about, you know, exchange of energy, especially when you're asked a direct question. Anyway, don't worry, folks. In a few minutes, I will be using the stupid phony Spanish accent because, let's face it, when I use a stupid phony Spanish accent, I'm sexier. So, all right, people, from this crowd, I am not sure if I'm going to get the answer I want. You have not shown me that you are those folk yet, but let's just try this. Am I going to get the answer I want to this question? Are you ready for a show? Then without further ado, my good people, I give to you the 1,482nd showing on this stage of the Pyro Gyro Extravaganza. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, a man that you have known and loved for 20 years. And believe me when I say that during that 20-year period, he has tried to love as many of you as possible. He's back. Better. Older. Better. So let's give it up, people. Put your hearts, your hands, and your voices together for the one, the only, Mr. Manolete. I told you some things would be different. Hola. Do you see what I'm talking about? Immediately cannot be helped. At this moment, I simply am sexier. But my good people, I must warn you. Let's get rid of that stupid thing. I must warn you because from this moment forward, this show is about to become more and more and more dangerous. Right now, we're gonna start by just warming up. I can't use that joke. It's Festival Friday. We try to clean it up, folks. That's right. Got a lot of kids here. See, normally I would do a thing where I'd hold these right here and I'd make a joke, but I'm not gonna do that today. Listen, okay, it is. It's Festival Friday, so it's a different. Can I tell you guys the story about how I got fired from a festival once? You want to hear it? You want to hear it? No, it's a good story. It's a good story. You want to hear it? Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do this first, all right? Let me just give you a little preview, okay? Buddy, don't clap for that. That was not even dangerous at all. Stop. I'm going to tell you the story first, and then we'll get to the real danger. That's right. And I'm not going to mention where I was fired from, because I do not want to embarrass the people of Pennsylvania. Anyway, I used to do a show there 4 weekends after this fair closed, because I would never leave this show for any other show. But I would do a show there for the last 4 weekends, became a real big name there. But during that 4-week period, they would always have all these kids' days. Okay, usually about 6 or 7 kids' days during a 4-week period. During the week, they'd bust the kids in. And they came to me when I first got there that year, and they said, Manolete, please, don't say the word balls. I said, okay, but you realize I use balls in my show. They said, yes, we know, but we prefer you don't even use the Spanish equivalent of bolas. And so I said, okay. So on the kids' days, I would come out, and I would walk up to the front of the stage, and I would say, kids, you see these? What would you call these? And the kids would yell, balls! And I would say, yes, that word. I can't say that word. But every time I want to say that word, I'll point at these and you'll know what I'm talking about. And so for the whole time, there was like just a chorus of children screaming the word balls. And the very last show of the very last Kids Day, I walk out and I see a line of management in the back. And I say, well, do I do it? How many guys have seen my show in the past? Yeah, you guys know I did it. And so I'm riding, I was actually dancing at the Metropolitan Opera at the time in New York, and I was driving back to New York, and they fired me over the phone. Thank God I'm back in Michigan. All right, anyway, you want some real danger now? Yeah? Do you want some real danger? All right, but I must warn you. Because if during this next exercise, should either of these balls hit anything upon the floor or a crack in the floor that could change the way they're going around. Thank you, Pickle Man. It's entirely possible that it will appear that I am wearing a blood pack on my head. I am not. But I will tell you right now that about once a year, I do indeed explode my head for my audience. Wow, really, people? Okay, we're gonna cut that out of the little movie we're making right now. We're gonna try that moment again. Explode my head for my audience. You're welcome. All right, all the people standing in the back, what are you doing? Okay, I know, see, normally I expect that at the end of the show, once all of the seats are actually taken. Okay, and I like to call them my late-coming interlopers. Because you guys are going to watch for just a moment, then I'm going to talk here in a minute, and you're all going to want to leave, and you will miss the best grand finale on the grounds. But if you come in and sit down, you will be less tempted to just walk away, and you will see the best grand finale on the grounds. So come on in, that's right. Come on in, join us. All right, thank you very much. I love Festival Friday. First and foremost, have you ever seen anybody else ever do that before? No. Well, thank you for the extreme reaction to something you've never actually seen before. Festival Friday. Yes. All right, people, just a couple things I want to say about me real quick. Then I'm going to talk about you guys. That's right. And then we're going to move to the grand finale. But first and foremost, wait, get up here. You help me with the show. Stand right here facing the people. For helping me out, Jude, I want to give you a Manolete sticker. That's right. There's a caricature of me right there. We treat my name, Manolete, like a definition. And so it says, Manolete, a sense of self one can only acquire after years of banging your balls on the floor. Jude, ladies and gentlemen. All right, following the show, folks, anyone placing a mere $3 or more donation into this basket can walk home with their own Manolete sticker absolutely free. Also, we do have a few of them left, folks. The DVD, My Life and How I've Pretended to Live It. There's none of the like Metropolitan Opera, Broadway, Cirque du Soleil. I don't own the rights to that, so that's not on there, but there's a lot of cool crap on there, so think about it. Last thing I want to say about me, there's a poster on that back pole. And there's a poster on my little fire machine over here for a show that I'm doing next weekend, the 4th and the 6th in Romeo, Michigan, at Gray's Opera House. If you're interested in coming, please take a picture of that. It's got all the information. Okay, this is my monster truck show. I love this show, but it's my monster truck show. That is the finest thing I've ever created in my life. It's an hour and 20 minutes long, 1 actor, 5 characters, no costume changes, but you will believe there's 5 different people on that stage. You will laugh your off, but bring a hanky, because it's a true theater show, like an off-Broadway show, not an outdoor festival show, so there's a chance you're gonna get a little, yeah, anyway. So think about coming and joining, folks, okay? The last thing I wanna say is this, that I do this show for 21 years here. I do not do this show anywhere else but here in Michigan. I mean, you know, mainly because of outstanding warrants in other states, but I mean, you know. No, I choose to do, for many years now, I've chosen to do this show only here in Michigan. And I'll tell you why. Okay, I got my first paycheck for being on stage at 6 years old, so I've been doing this stuff for like 26, 27 years. Oh, shut up. Okay, you guys can do your own math. Obviously, I've been doing this a long time, and for whatever quirky, mixed-up reason, my favorite audiences, the people that I seem to click with the best, are you crazy Michiganders, and I'll tell you why. Because when you guys decide to go and have a good time, you go have a good time, all right? That's right. You Michiganders, you stalwart soldiers, you guys just don't care. You know, people, for 21 years, no matter what the roller coaster ride has been, financially, weather-wise, you guys come out to the festival, you come out, you have a good time. Any other state? 20% chance of rain, outdoor festival, we know they're not showing up, we know it. Michigan, 95% chance of major inclement weather, you're stuffing extra people in the car. You don't care, and for 21 years, you have come to this festival. You have come to the stage. You have put your butts in my benches, and you have allowed me. Went down the wrong way. That was bad timing of taking that drink. You've allowed me to have a damn good time with you. Thank you, Michigan. I am now bringing forth the curtain of combustible doom. Oh, you guys are definitely leaving too early right now. I told you I'd start talking and they'd go. Bye. Bye. Combustible doom. I am also bringing forth these things.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the things are in the cauldron. Of course, next, the trough of terror. Okay. Yes, Jack, you can see by the way he's placing the trough of terror that once the combustible curtain is aflame and once the trough is filled and on fire, he will have no escape. No escape. Except right there. But there isn't any no skid there. That's dangerous. I'm not doing it. Okay, the whole show is just going to be given to you guys from now on, okay? The rest of the show is just going right here. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. And of course, last but not least, the highly volatile flame liquid. People, it's a two-way street. Let's try that again. The highly volatile flame liquid. Which anywhere but here would be called camp fuel. But here at the Renaissance, we call it highly volatile flame liquid. Ooh. I am now pouring copious amounts, that means a lot, into all of these implements. So that in a very few minutes, it will be as if the entire stage isn't... Wait a minute. Let me get this good and juicy for you guys. Obviously something needs to spark you guys, so we're gonna get this good and juicy for you. All right. In a very few minutes, it will be as if the entire stage is engulfed in flame. Okay, that was a lot. It will be as if, or it will be. All right, people, in a very few moments, I am going to unfurl the curtain of combustible doom around the entire stage. We will then assemble the whirligig. Once the whirligig is assembled, I will place it atop this thing. Once the whirligig is atop the thing, we will count to 3 en masse, which means all together in French. Yeah, I know what you're all thinking to yourselves right now. You're thinking, wow, just moments ago he was very attractive, but now that I know he's also bilingual. Okay, no, I should have done this over here. Okay. Also bilingual. At that point, I will light the whirligig. Once the whirligig is lighted, we will count to 3 a second time, which should be easy because we just did it. Wow. Did you hear that, Pickle Man? That was even bigger than that. I don't know what Festival Friday, like, usually kind of is crap, but these people are liking that. No, he and I, we wrote that joke together, okay? We know it's funny. Nobody ever laughs at it. Okay, all right, I'll try it the other. Okay, thank you, those of you that laugh, but we're going to try to see if we can bring everybody in by trying it a second reading, okay? We'll try it this way. We'll count to 3 a second time, which should be easy because we just did it. Oh, the crap I do for you guys. Okay. At that point, I will spin the whirly gate, thereby emblazoning the curtain of combustible doom. Once the curtain of combustible doom is combusting to its fullest combustible capabilities, I will begin playing with my balls. Using my balls. Okay, people, true story. 6 years ago, there was a young boy sitting right here on this front bench. His name was Zeke. He was 10 years old, I know, because I had to ask him. Because when I said the line about playing with my... He started laughing so hard that we had to stop the show. It's like, ah! Finally, I said, young man, what is your name? He said, Zeke. I said, Zeke, how old are you? He said, 10. And I knew right then my level of comedy. So I'll begin spinning my bolas in a very, very dangerous way. This way. Ooh! I will then, of a moment, kick one of the bolas so they'll be traveling in two opposite directions. Once they're traveling in opposite directions, I will attempt to cross them first in the front, but then also the much more difficult and dangerous front cross, to back cross, to bringing them back to a front facing, and finishing with a final flurry! Inside the curtain of combustible doom! Trapped by the trough of terror! With my head on fire! Okay, kids in the audience, look at me. All the kids in the audience right now, I want you guys to look at me right now. Okay, I know your parents probably told you you were going to a comedy show, but this is a serious moment, kids. Look at me, I want all the kids to see me. I look ridiculous! Stay in school! But maybe not for the reason your parents are thinking right now. No, I want you to stay in school because all you kids are looking at me, especially you dumb boys. You're saying, he looks like an idiot, but what he's doing looks kind of cool. I might want to try that. Well, do not try this at home. Do not try this at home. Try it at school. It's going to have a lot bigger effect. That's how I started, Jude. Okay, anyway. All right, people, it's time. Oh, yeah, and it's good and juicy. Oh, yeah, good and juicy. All right. Lots of fuel in there. It's time to unfurl the curtain of a combustible, dripping The more astute members of the audience will realize that this part of the show was modeled after church. Another institution famous for setting things on fire. Oh, come on, even the people that are going to write letters thought that was funny. The curtain of a combustible, dripping doom. It is now time to assemble the whirligig. I am now in the process of assembling the whirligig. I have assembled the whirligig. I am now walking this way with the whirligig. Okay, that just felt really queer. Okay, the whirligig's assembled and on the thing, okay. Last thing I want to say, folks, before we try this stupidness. Last thing I want to say. Should I survive these next few minutes? I mean, if I survive these next few minutes, okay, I'm going to be standing right up here, guarding so that the children do not walk in without purpose into the flame. We'll encourage them. No, I'm joking. No, but I'll be standing right here with my big basket right there. We also have a basket against that on that back pole. So anyone who's in the back of the house, if you have enjoyed yourselves, please feel the urge to visit the basket on the back pole, all right? But I know times are very hard for many people right now. If each and every one of you cannot afford to drop a 20, I understand. A lot of people aren't laughing, good. But no, truly, if you have enjoyed this show, if I've wowed you, if I've made you laugh, please drop something into that basket. Preferably money. And you'll make a humble gypsy very appreciative. And depending on the size of the bill, I could be very... I'm not supposed to do that either. Yeah, I was going to do something like this, but we won't do that. Anyway. People, think of it this way, all right? You walk into a restaurant, you sit down, somebody walks up to you with a hamburger on a plate, drops it on your table. You're going to give them $1 just for doing that, right? Ooh, $1. And you should. If it's a filet mignon, maybe give them a 5 or a 10 just for that. Well, for roughly the last 30 minutes, I've been sharing with each and every one of you things that, number one, have taken me my lifetime to perfect. And number two, it's about to be 134 degrees right here. You decide if I am hamburger or just a guy who looks like a flaming minion.